Hi guys, my name is Akhil and today we'll be understanding some of the simplification tools in Excel. So when we work on financial models, we often deal with complex formulas and large sets of data. And sometimes finding the right input to reach the specific value can be time consuming. So that's where Excel simplification tools come into play. So today we'll be discussing one by one all the important tools. So let's start. So let's start with the first tool, and that is the name manager. So here we can see that there is a data like risk-free rate, market returns, beta, cost of debt, tax rate, equity value, and the debt value. And we have to find the cost of capital. So we'll find the cost of capital in the three ways. So this is in the order of the most preferable way. First is the way which is most lengthy way. So here we can see that I have manually putted all the values like the 4%, 10%. We have not linked any cells to the value. So this is the most lengthiest way. And the second way is like the linking of the cells with the values. So I have linked all the cells with its value. So this is the second way, but this is also very lengthy way. So the third way, which is the most preferable way, is the name manager tool. So we'll start it now. Start using the name manager tool. So first we will select all our data like this, and we will go to the formula section. In the formula section, you can see the name manager tool, and in the left side, you can see the create from selection tool. So we will select that. So here we can see that all the our names are written in the left column. So we have to select the left columns. But you can see that create Excel is automatically selected left column. So we'll just click OK. So now we have clicked OK. So now we can use the name manager tool to calculate our cost of capital. Let's put the formula in the cost of capital. First, we will put equals to, one second, equals to. We'll put the two brackets, and after that, we'll put the risk-free rate. So we can see that I just written risk RI, and it is automatically giving risk-free rate. So we'll just click it. So risk-free rate plus uh, we'll put another bracket and we'll write market returns. So we have to take market returns. So we can check that it is automatically taking market returns. So we'll just click it, market returns minus risk-free rate again. So we'll put risk-free rate. We'll just click it and we'll put a bracket and we'll put into. So this is just a formula for the cost of equity. So after that into beta we have taken. Now we'll put another bracket and we'll put multiplication sign. After that, we'll put equity value. After equity value, we'll put divide sign and we'll put another bracket. And in the bracket, we'll put equity value plus debt value. So here you can see that how our work is more of a preferred way. So debt value. So we'll put another bracket. We'll put two bracket here. After that, we'll put add and another bracket is cost cost of debt. Uh, you can see 1 second. So cost of debt multiplied by, then we'll put another bracket is 1 minus tax rate. So here is the tax rate. 1 second. So tax rate we have taken. And we'll put two brackets here. After that, we'll put another multiplication sign. So we'll take another multiplication sign. And after that, debt value. So here's the debt value. And after that value, we'll put a divide sign. And after divide sign, we'll just put into. So first we have to check uh, the debt value. Will put just like that, the debt value plus the equity value. And we'll just close the bracket. And we'll just take enter. So here you can see the cost of capital is coming the same from the all the three steps, all the three methods. But the problem is in the first and second are the most lengthiest method, and third is the most convenient and the most preferable way. As we have understood the tool, the name manager tool. So there is another way of using that tool is to break down the original formula into three steps. So let's discuss that. So I have already broke down the formula into three steps. The first is the we'll calculate first the cost of equity. Second, we'll calculate the cost of debt, and third, we'll calculate the weights. So now first let's start with the cost of equity. So before cost of equity, I've calculated the ERP. So ERP is nothing but the market returns minus the risk-free rate. So this is the market return, this is the risk-free rate. So 4% minus 10% minus 4% it will coming is 6%. So now we'll calculate the cost of equity by the CAPM formula. So the CAPM formula is nothing but is the risk-free rate plus beta multiplied by ERP. So 11.5% is the cost of equity. Now we will calculate the post-tax cost of debt. So it's nothing but we will put the equal sign. Now we'll take the cost of debt, then we'll put the multiplication sign, and we'll put another bracket. In the bracket, we'll just put 1 minus tax rate. We'll close the bracket. And the answer it is coming is 9.8% is the cost of debt. Now we will calculate the weights. So first we will calculate the weight for the equity funding. So it's nothing but we'll put the equal sign. It's nothing but the equity value divided by the total value. And the total value is just equity value plus the debt value. So we'll just take the equity value and then we'll put the divide sign. Then we'll put one bracket and then equity value plus the debt value. We'll just close the bracket and we'll put the enter. So it's coming as 50%. Similarly, we'll calculate for the debt funding. So for debt funding, we'll first take the debt value, then we'll put the divide sign, and then we'll put another bracket, and then we'll the debt value plus the equity value. Then we'll put another bracket and then we'll put enter. So it's coming 50%. So now we have the cost of equity, cost of debt, and the weights. So now we will calculate the cost of capital. So how we'll calculate the cost of capital is very simple. We'll use the name manager tool again. So as we are using the name manager tool again, so we just have to do is we have to select the cost of equity, the cost of debt, and the two weights. After selecting all the fours, we'll go in the formula section again. In the formula section, we'll go for name manager. In the name manager, we'll go for the create from selection and we'll just put OK. So after OK, we can calculate the cost of capital. So it's nothing but the cost of equity multiplied by the equity weight. We'll put another sign plus cost of debt multiplied by the debt funding, and put another bracket, and then we put enter. So you can see that in this method, the formula is very simplified. The way of doing the calculation for cost of capital is very simplified. So that's the main objective of the tool name manager. We will look into the advanced simplification tools. So the first tool that we will understand today in the advanced simplification tools is the goal seek function. So basically, goal seek function helps us to answer one key question. And the question is, what input value do I need to get my desired result? For example, when we want to know what sales growth is required to achieve a specific profit, or what interest rate makes the net present value zero. So let's now see how goal seek function works. So we'll go to the data. So here you can see that there is a data like current sales, sales growth, and the gross margin. And here we can see that there is next year sales, cost of sales, and the gross profit. So basically, gross profit is nothing but the next year sales minus the cost of sales. So now I want to know, if I want to know that instead of 9570, my gross profit is 18,000. Here we are taking an example. So instead of 9570, our gross profit is 18,000. Then how much will I have to increase my sales growth? Here you can see is the sales growth. So how much will I have to increase my sales growth so that my gross profit will be 18,000? So this we can do by using the goal seek function. So for using the goal seek function, first we'll go to the data tab, and in the data tab, you can see here is a what if analysis. So we'll go there, and in the what if analysis, you can see the three options, that is scenario manager, goal seek, and the data table. So we'll go to the goal seek function. Here it is asking like which value you have to set. So we want to set the gross profit. So we'll click on that, and to value, like which value you want their gross profit. So we want it to be 18,000. So we are taking that an example only. So by changing cell, so which cell you want to change, or which cell you want to increase or decrease. So as we have discussed earlier, we want to increase our sales growth. We have to change our sales growth. So we'll put that, and we'll just put OK. So here you can see that to maintain your gross profit to be 18,000, your sales growth should be 106.90%. So this is the work of the goal seek function. And we'll put first cancel, then it's automatically same as it was before. Now, if I want to change the gross margin, first we have changed the sales growth. Now we have to change the gross margin. So how to change that? It is the same as we have discussed earlier. Like for example, if I want my gross profit to be in this condition, let's say 16,000. So how much my gross margin should be increased or decreased? Now let's discuss that also. So similarly, we'll go first to the data tab. In data tab, we'll go to the what if analysis. And in what if analysis, we go for the goal C function. So which value you have to set is the same only, gross profit. And to value, uh, let's take an example of 16,000. And by changing cell. Now, earlier we have taken the sales growth. Now we want gross margin to be changed. So we'll select that in the by changing cell, and we'll just put OK. So here you can see, to maintain your gross profit to be 16,000, your gross margin should be 100.31%. So that also you can do. We'll just cancel. So this is the main function of the goal seek. As we have understood about the goal seek function, which helps us to find the exact input needed to reach a specific result. However, one major limitation of goal seek is that it works only for one variable and one outcome at a time. That means if we want to analyze multiple possibilities or compare different scenarios together, we have to run goal seek again and again. which can be very time consuming also. So to overcome this limitation, Excel provides one more dynamic tool, which is called data table function. So with the data table function, we can test multiple values at a time and instantly see how they affect our results, whether it's one variable or even two variables changing together. So now let's see how the data table function works. So here you can see there are two columns, that is sales growth and other is the gross profit. So here what we have to check is at different values of sales growth, what will be our gross profits. So for example, at 8% what will be our gross profit, at 10% what will be our gross profit, like that. So we will take it till 24%. Till 24% what will be our gross profits, we have to check. So the first step is, you can see that there is an empty cell just below the gross profit. So here we have to link it to the gross profit, that is 9570. We'll just put enter. Now the next step is to find the gross profits for the individual sales growth. So uh, how to do this? It's just you by it can be done by using the data table function. So we have to select this area, this full area till 24%, including the 9570, that is the gross profit. But we don't have to include the sales growth and the gross profit headings. So after selecting, just go to the data tab, and in the data tab, go to the what if analysis, and in the what if analysis, go to the data table uh, function. Here it is asking like row input cell and the column input cell. But in the row input cell, we don't have anything. We have the data in the column input cell. So we'll just go there in column input cell. And what is in the column input cell? That is the sales growth, all the values in the sales growth. So what is the original value of the sales growth? That is here. It is 10%. So we have to click on that value. So we'll just click on that value and we'll put just click OK. So here you can see that at different value of sales growth, there are different values of the gross profit. For example, at 8%, 9396 is the gross profit. At 10%, 9570 is the gross profit. So there is a way to check whether our calculations are right or not, is by checking the to taking the original value of the sales growth to the gross profit. For example, here at 10% sales growth, what is the gross profit? Here you can see the gross profit is 9570. And if we have to check that the sales growth is 10% and the gross profit is 9570. So our calculation is 100% right. So that's the full objective of the data table. So that brings us to the end of our session on Excel's advanced simplification tools, the name manager, goal seek, and the data table functions. So let's quickly summarize what we have learned. So the first thing we have learned is the name manager tool, which is basically helps us assign meaningful names to cell and ranges, making formulas easy to read, understand, and manage, especially in the large financial models. So, and the second thing that we have discussed is the goal seek function, basically which allows us to work backward from a target result, finding the exact input value needed through it's limited to one variable at a time. So after discussing that limitation, we have taken the data table function to overcome that limitation. So the data table function is basically, it takes it's a step further by letting us analyze the multiple scenarios simultaneously. It's showing how changes in one or two variables can impact the output, ideal for sensitivity and what if analysis. So before using these tools, always remember to keep your formulas properly linked, label your inputs clearly, and double check your references, because a small mistake can change the entire analysis. So that's all for that video. Thank you so much.